Toodaloo. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Tuesday lunch chat, in which the heat has sucked all of the creative energy out of Sarah's brain. Hi, how are you guys doing? Are you surviving? It's bonkers out there. All over the country is super hot, I know. It's particularly bonkers here, too. My hometown right next door down the road there was the hottest place in the country yesterday, which is an achievement not to be envied by anybody else. It was 118 in the Dalles. Only got to like 113 here, I think. So whatever, right? Everyone's sick of talking about the heat, but it's kind of hard, right? It's hard to keep your brain intact as my AC kicks on behind me. AC or no AC. It's just brutally hot. And I've seen sad stories of people losing their precious chickens and other animals, and it's terrible. So yeah, I feel mushy. I feel like I don't have a lot of brain energy going on. So this could be a little bit short. I know, only 113. I mean, we didn't even win the competition. I don't even know if we were in the top 10, actually, but several places in Oregon were, which is stupid. That is not normal. Seriously. My poor daughter is a camp counselor at a college in the valley where they hit the 116 yesterday. There's no AC in any of the dorms. But lucky for them, there was like the weather shift came in, and they dropped 35 degrees last night between 7 and 9 p.m. So they got back down into the 80s. I mean, they got into the 60s overnight, and it's only going to be like in the 90s today. So huge difference. They're finally getting the cool off. We're not there yet. We're still over 100, but it's been crappy for the cherries. My poor parents. The people who are going to have later fruit, get ready. They might make it out okay. The jury's still out, but it's just wrong. None of it's right. No, not the competition you want to win. Totally true. Totally, truly. But it does make me think about knitting a cotton sweater, which is why I have this on right now. I think I showed you guys this when we first got it in from Berroco earlier this year, but I put it behind me like on a mannequin. I hadn't tried it on yet. This is Perrin from Berroco, Perrin, and it's knit in their new summer yarn, Zinnia, which is a really cool cotton blend yarn that's got like little nubs in it, which is really, really beautiful. And I've been eyeballing it ever since we got it. I love this style. It is so right up my alley. And I'm thinking I might do it in this really beautiful sea green. What do you guys think? Do you know what it means when Sarah's talking about casting on a project out of the blue that she has no business casting on? It's a tell. It's an absolute tell. And it means that I am avoiding the things I should be doing right now. It's peak job avoidance. That's what this is. When I start wandering around the store, looking at stuff, throwing things on, I'm 100% stalling on what I should be doing. But don't you think this would be really fun? I certainly do. Julia, thank you for popping in. She just popped in the link to both the Zinnia yarn and to the pattern, Perrin. So, see, I think this would be super cute. I don't mind this color. This is like a taupe with little peachy flecks. Don't mind it at all, but considering light taupe with peach overtones is pretty much my skin tone, I'm thinking a little color would be a little better for me. So we'll see. Might be casting this on tonight. Ain't got no business doing that. Yeah, it's not enough color. Oh, you want me to stand up? Z. Okay. Okay, you guys, I'm Sue Ellen, Michigan today. So if you know Seinfeld, you know what that reference is. So apologies. But yeah, so it's just this cute little, I'm sporting this over I call it my moo-moo. It's not a moo-moo. I just ran over it though. Hold on, I gotta get it out of the wheel. This is my my go-to hot weather dress. This is a maxi dress that I bought like 10 years ago at Target, and it's so ratty and run down. But if it's not the most comfortable thing to wear when it's 111, I don't know what is. There's lots of air flow available. It's just got little spaghetti straps. I'm not gonna lie, I've been wearing it for 4 days straight. So true confessions on the Tuesday live lunch chat. Oh my. Okay, so this distraction aside, I did want to talk to you guys today really quick about our blog post that just went up. And you might have seen, if you got the newsletter this morning, we also talked about it there. But we are highlighting our local dyer, Yvonne. She came to the shop to visit. Hi, sister. She came to the shop to visit last week. I'll explain that in a second. And brought us a batch of one of her very special yarns that you don't see a lot of, which is the Seaside yarn. And she's got new colors and they're gorgeous. And I thought we need to do a little post on her. We need to make sure people know all about her because she's very talented. So Yvonne is the creative genius behind Lavendersheep yarn, which has been around for over 10 years. And she's a hometown girl, born and bred here in Hood River, and has a family history that goes way back, that her parents and grandparents, or her family, are well-known apple and pear growers in the Hood River Valley. So she happened to have moved about a year and a half ago. It was like right before COVID. Her husband got a job transfer to the Seattle area. So that's where she lives now, but she's still a Hood River girl at heart. And we still call her our hometown girl because she is. And so they were in town visiting last week. And so she made a personal yarn delivery, showed me the new colors, etc. So I just brought a couple of them in to show you today. So this is Seaside, the yarn I was telling you about that is so unique. This yarn, I mean, look how shiny and beautiful it is. It feels like silk. And it does have silk in it, but it is 51% silk, 29% merino, and 20% seacell, which is a viscose fiber made from seaweed. And seacell has a very silk-like quality to it. It is shiny, it's strong, and it's also antibacterial. So it's a really, really cool blend. This is fingering weight. This one right here, I just absolutely love. The depth of color in this yarn is just gorgeous. This is called Woodland. And it's got like hints of blue, gray, sage green, a touch of coppery gold. It is gorgeous. And then this here is Deep Ocean. Also just beautiful. So yeah, fingering weight, 480 yards. Really, really good yardage. 100 gram skeins there. So that's one of her yarns. And then, of course, this is another base of hers that just does incredibly well here. And this is her Yakkity Yak Sock. And so this is a yak blend. I've got grapefruit in this hand and midnight blue in this hand. Just absolutely beautiful. These colors here. And so this one is a 60% merino, 20% yak, and 20% silk. So another real luxury blend, 425 yards to 100 grams. And the cool thing about yak, if you haven't encountered yak before, is it's got a natural brown quality to it in its color. So anything you dye that's got yak in it is going to get kind of that kind of more brownish overtone, which is really, really cool. It creates a really cool depth of color. And then I brought another one in to show you. Oh, by comparison, let's see. Show you how different bases take dye differently. Here we have Deep Ocean in her Superwash Bulky Plus. And then this is Deep Ocean in the Seaside. So you can see the Seaside is a little less intense and a lot shinier. So the Superwash Bulky Plus is really fun because bulky yarns tend to have very little yardage in commercial put-ups, but when you're a dyer, you get to control how the put-up goes, right? And so this is a 200 gram skein, and it's a whopping 200 yards. So there's a lot you can do with it. And one of the things we have on display are these adorable Woodland Loafers. Yeah, Woodland Loafers. This is on Ravelry. It's $5.50, or at least it was when we made it. Aren't these really cute? They're a little pull-on. They've got a little pull on slipper that you can wear around the house, and you can make a pair of these with the Superwash Bulky Plus. Somebody was in last week who said that she knitted up a pair and she thinks she has enough yarn left over to make another pair. I think depending on the size, yeah, you definitely could. If you were making 2 of the smaller sizes, I think you could probably get 2 pairs out of 1 skein. So just some really cool stuff. If you haven't already encountered Yvonne's yarns, go check out our blog post. We have a link there to her Etsy shop because she also sells her stuff on Etsy, and there's some other bases and cool stuff that you can find there. And then also, she's an incredible weaver. And she's had several publications published in Handwoven Magazine and its subsidiaries. And then she has some coming down the pike as well. And she has started dyeing warps for weavers, hand-dyed warps, hand-painted warps. And so if you're a weaver, if you're into that, definitely check out her Etsy site or send her a message. She showed me a couple of them. The price point on them is absolutely insane for what you're getting for a hand-painted warp. Really cool. So yeah, that's Yvonne. We love her. She's got 2 little adorable kids and a great husband. I'm sure she'll be back someday. I mean, back to live. I know she'll be back to visit. But it sounds like they're doing really well up there. They're up in the Seattle areas. Yes, by you, Heidi. Let's see. You can get 2 hats out of 1 skein of that bulky. Oh, okay. That's great to know, Julia. Yeah, her weaving is absolutely beautiful. Ingrid said she's late to the party, but she'd like to hear about the top. Ingrid, I'm contemplating casting something on that I have no business casting on, but this is Perrin from Berroco, Perrin. It's in Zinnia, their new spring yarn. And so Julia plopped the links in up above if you want to, if you are also maybe looking to impulsively cast on another summer top, because who's not? When it's 100 and through, you don't want to, wear all your wool sweaters. I did contemplate putting on a different wool sweater today, but we'll save that for a future video. Jill's got this beautiful cardigan out there on display that was made with manos held with Berroco Ariel, 2 strands held together. And it's this long, beautiful cardigan with a built-in pocket that is gorgeous. And I was almost going to put that on, and then I got distracted by this, but maybe we'll talk about that in a future one. Let me just pass through all these comments real quick. Yeah, these colors are gorgeous. It's really fun. The evolution of her colors has been really fun. So I saw a comment. Somebody can't wait for tonight. Me too. It's going to be so fun. I hope a lot of you are planning to join us this evening at 4:30 Pacific for our kickoff to the fireworks knit along with Olive Knits. So our first meeting is today, and I'm super excited and a little nervous. There's a lot of you coming, so it'll be fun. It's really great that there's going to be so many people interested in making a 2-color fireworks. So let's see. Anything else? I can't think of anything else. I just ordered some more Madelinetosh, if you can believe that. Stuff just goes. It goes so fast. Let's see. I have a cool new product, but I'm going to wait and tell you about it. I'm going to time it with some of Kara's next bag drop off. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, hey, I did think of a couple other things. We have some new functionality on the website. You can now go to some out of stock products and get on the wait list to be notified when they are back in stock, which is really, really helpful. So we just had people using that for the knitters block kits and the sweater care kits from Coco Knits, because we ran through all of those, got some more on order, and it was really handy. Some people were able to sign up to be notified, and then they were. And then speaking of things that are back in stock, we found out from the first dyer on the Good Vibes Yarn Tour that she had room to take 25 more people if we could let her know no later than July 2nd. So even though we sold out originally, we got word from her about that, and we decided we would reopen. And so to see if there was anyone that missed it or maybe just wasn't sure and then they waited too long. So we reopened yesterday. We have just 25 spots, and that's between all three of us. And actually, we've sold quite a few. So we have a lot less than that now, but I don't know the exact number, but it's less than half of that now. And then we have to cut it off again on July 2nd, because that's the cutoff date for her to be able to get all of the yarn dyed. So if you missed your chance, if you were sad and you missed it and you didn't know we had closed early or whatever, or you've changed your mind, you can go on the website now, still grab a seat on the fall bus. That's a virtual bus, just to clarify. I wish it was a real bus. I wish we could take everybody on a bus to 3 spots across the country. Maybe down the road. Not quite yet, I don't think. Okay. Oh, Mary says Madeline Tosh is her absolute favorite yarn. It is so good. I have to agree. And you know, when it changed hands a year and a half ago, or whatever that was, 2 years ago, I was a little worried as a shop owner. It sold to someone else who's a shop, but they have just done an absolutely amazing job taking over and maintaining all of the things we loved about Tosh way back in the day, and then getting rid of and fixing the things we had come to get frustrated with. So it is just so smooth now as a shop owner. It is such a smooth process to like order and stock it. And I have the confidence, you know, that the person I'm working with or the company I'm working with has integrity, which is so important in our day and age. So you're grafting your second pocket for Fiat, Audrey? Is that what you're talking about, pockets? That is so great. You'll go right from one KAL to the next, huh? Oh, Annie asked what the tour is about. Yes, I can explain more about that. So the Good Vibes Yarn Tour is a collaboration between myself and 2 other yarn shops in the country. So one of them is in Glen Ellen, Illinois, and that's Strength Theory, and that's owned by my friend Janet. And the other one is Fuzzy Goat in Thomasville, Georgia, owned by my friend Cadence. And we've been friends for a long time, and we always get together whenever we would have industry stuff like market and things like that. And we would go out to eat, and we would brainstorm and give each other inspiration. And since COVID happened, also our trade association completely went under. No more trade shows, no more like excuses to go travel and get together. We started talking online, and so we started having these little Zoom meetups, and we were like, what could we do something together? What could we do? And we created this crazy zany thing called the Good Vibes Yarn Tour. And so the Good Vibes Yarn Tour is like a subscription box on steroids, because it is a 3-month subscription box. So you do get 3 shipments of a box with some kind of exclusive hand-dyed yarn, some exclusive tree, some swag, a pattern, things like that. But then also, in addition, we wanted it to be more than just, here you go, you get your box in the mail. So we created this tour component, kind of like a concert tour, if you will. And we have live shows that go on after you get your box. And so we do a Zoom meetup for all of the attendees, and we do fun stuff and have breakout groups, and we show demo videos, and we interview the dyers and get a behind the scenes from them, and just other fun stuff, and ways for everyone to kind of like interact and be together, even though everyone is just spread all over the country. So that's the lowdown on the Good Vibes Yarn Tour. And our current tour is on sale, again, briefly, for the fall, which will be a September, October, November tour. So that's what the Good Vibes Yarn Tour is, and we've got info about it on our website. If you just go to our website, right in the top header, it says Good Vibes, and you can click on that and get all of the information. So, all right, folks, I'm going to let you go. Go take it easy and stay cool, and I'll see you Friday. All righty. Adios.